the action, ladies and gentlemen. This contest is fought 5 3-minute rounds. It is for the Golden Ticket Amateur Bantamweight Women's title. And it is sponsored by Health Tree. Entering the cage first into the red corner, please make some noise for Sophie O'Brien. Entering the cage to the blue corner. Please make some noise for Michelle P. Bear Jones. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 5 3-minute rounds. This is for the Golden Ticket Women's Amateur Bantamweight title. Introducing first the fighter in the red corner, weighing at 60.5 kilograms, representing Hammer with a record of 2 wins and 1 loss. Please make some noise for Sophie O'Brien. And her opponent, the fighter in the blue corner, weighing 60.8 kilograms. Wolves MMA with a record of 5 wins and 1 draw. Please make some noise for Michelle P. Bear Jones.
Shorts taking on Michelle Jones from Wolves MMA. This is really kind of youth versus experience. Sophie 3 fights into her career. Michelle 7 into hers, both with some impressive wins. Michelle only with 1 loss on her record.
Yeah, this was a fight that a lot of people were talking about before this event, Steve. There's a lot of people who are very, very high on Sophie O'Brien, believe she has a lot of potential. I understand she's still in her teens. You know, I've seen her fight before, and you know, she lives up to the hype. She's fighting a most experienced opponent by far tonight here at Golden Ticket Fight Promotion 6. It's perhaps somewhat of an uphill battle for the young lady representing Hammer.
And that experience counts for a lot. That fight IQ, that ring generalship, that understanding of positions. But you know, this is a great test for a young prospect.
And the follies of youth as well, Steve. I mean, you know, we've seen young fighters before. You know, they've got that confidence that you just can't buy. Sometimes that works in their favor, sometimes it doesn't. You know, that the craftiness that comes with a few years experience and a few fights experience, you also can't put a price on that. A very intriguing contest we've got here tonight.
Well, Michelle,
Golden Ticket 6.
Michelle Jones doing exactly what you would expect the savvy vet to do. She knows that Sophie has that Taekwondo pedigree. 40, 50 plus Taekwondo fights under her belt. This is a young lady who knows how to use her feet and her fists. Michelle has closed that distance again, as we said on her, pushed her against the cage, and is making Sophie fight her fight.
Yeah, I talked to Sophie's coach, Sean Martin, earlier on this evening, and he said, look, we know she's not going to stand with Sophie. No one stands with Sophie. That's taken as read, and quite rightly so. And Michelle Jones doing everything she needs to do here in order to shut Sophie O'Brien down.
And Sophie's still landing those little shots. She's been landing them standing. She's been landing them while pressed against the cage, but they don't do a whole lot of good if they're not going to move Michelle from the position she's in, and Michelle is working hard here.
O'Brien just talking her body here.
Maybe giving up her back. She looks composed.
Well, she's going to be careful of the arm bar here as well, perhaps.
Hang on.
It's not going to happen.
O'Brien
O'Brien comes out on top with a headlock position. There's a bulldog choke available here, or she can turn a woman in. She does.
Nothing wrong with the good old headlock choke. Good round from Michelle.
Very good round from Michelle Jones, but we saw a couple of promising moments from O'Brien at the end of that frame, and
absolutely,
perhaps that's giving Michelle Jones things to think about here.
Well, the first round of 5, so we've got 5 3-minute rounds in this one, not 3 3-minute rounds, so that extra time.
Well, that could be key here, Steve. For me, certainly that could be a key factor in this fight. Sophie's the striker. She only needs to land 1 or 2 big shots here. Michelle's a grinder. She's got that grinding, grappling style. We've seen what the game plan is. She wants to close the distance. She wants to take Sophie down and neutralize her. She's got to neutralize her for another 4 rounds. Sophie perhaps only needs 30 seconds of good offense to put this one to bed.
Yeah, and again, if you've seen Sophie fight, her win, she knocks girls out. It's not TKO. It's over. That's 12 minutes of dicing with death. I can't wait for the second round.
We see Sean Martin and Ashley the Beast Reist in the corner of Sophie O'Brien. A lot of knowledge and experience.
Michelle runs straight out to the center of the cage.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? I'd be diving for ankles from 30 feet away if I was Michelle Jones at this point.
Right now she's controlling the posture, she's controlling the fight, she's controlling the pace.
Yeah, O'Brien was looking for a kind of a hip toss there, didn't quite get it.
Well, and again, a competitor, an opponent like this for Sophie, again, 2-1 in her career. A loss here, not getting the title, is not going to be the end of the world for either of these 2 ladies, let alone the, sub-18-year-old Sophie O'Brien. She's starting to try and find some room for those knees. She's starting to try to land.
And again, it's promising to see because, fighters from those more traditional martial arts backgrounds like Taekwondo, like Karate, tend not to have a great clinch game because it's not a factor that they ever have to deal with. We see a lot of Thai fighters able to adapt the Muay Thai clinch into an MMA clinch. This is all new, really, for Sophie O'Brien.
Still throwing those shots in, making Michelle honest, making her think about what she's doing. And her base is, a really decent wide base this time. Michelle is really having to work to try and get this takedown.
Yeah, nothing for free in this game.
Almost.
Sophie again trying for that headlock takeover.
And immediately listening to her corner who screamed, turn towards her. Again, a very intelligent attack here from Michelle Jones.
I mean, if you're in the war room of Michelle Jones and you're writing the game plan for this fight, point number 1, don't give her any room.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here.
Absolutely.
You know, think about your offense later, but the first point for me should be neutralizing Sophie O'Brien. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. And Michelle Jones is doing a great job of it.
She's making Sophie work, carrying that weight, pouring down on the head and shoulders, making her constantly fight to stay on her feet. Got to be taking something out of the gas tank.
Oh, 100%. And you know, if you look back through the history of mixed martial arts, for my money, the best guy at that kind of game plan was Randy Couture. And what did he do? He wore younger, stronger, faster guys out, and he did it consistently.
Reversal of positions here a little bit, but it's still really Michelle controlling the range of this fight. Despite the fact her back is against the cage, Sophie's glued to her. That's where she wants her.
It's all about economy, and Michelle Jones is being very economic with what she does. She's getting the biggest return for the least output. And if she can keep that up for another 9 minutes, she's got herself a title in the bag.
Absolutely.
Seven fights in, so the 8th amateur contest for Michelle Jones. And that veteran craft is really coming to bear here, Steve.
Absolutely. Again, you know, that experience will lend itself to increasing the fight IQ. And again, I think she's fighting a picture-perfect fight. Smart, clever, keeping herself out of danger. We've still got 9 minutes.
And yeah, perhaps this is me reading a little bit too much into it, but you know, when you talk about a girl of just 18, I believe Sophie is, or thereabouts, you have to wonder maybe mentally, you know, Michelle Jones knows that a win or loss here is perhaps not the end of the world. Does Sophie O'Brien feel the same way?
Well, you know,
it's a lot of pressure on young shoulders.
I spoke with the coach Sean before the fight, and you know, they've come in as they knew what they were getting into here. Sophie is well aware that this is a top opposition for her. I think she just wanted the challenge.
I mean, you know, we don't often see fighters from Hammer taking easy fights.
No.
You know, they've got a reputation as being, you know, the guys who go out there and they'll fight anyone, anytime, anywhere.
And these are the experiences that fighters want to get before they're in the pro ranks. They want these positions. They want to know what these rounds feel like.
Absolutely. You know, you've got guys in that gym. You've got like Mick Stanton and Ashley Reese over there, Conor Hignett, Danny Randolph. These are guys who are known on the circuit as just being durable, go-to, value for money fighters.
Absolutely. And we can't forget that, again, that Sophie 3 fights into a young and promising MMA career.
You know, people aren't queuing up to fight Sophie O'Brien, let's put it that way.
I wouldn't fight her.
Hell no.
That being said, I wouldn't fight Michelle Jones either. Really trying to dictate where this place goes, and she can get that top position from here.
Yeah, she looks very, very comfortable in these kind of scramble situations, does Michelle Jones.
And he's got to be wearing, God, like, you're wearing a 135-pound jacket, and you can't take it off. I can't see if she's looking for anything here, if she's just tied her up.
I think she's maybe trying to get the arm across the face. But as you say, Steve, I'm not sure she's necessarily, you know, going tooth and nail for the submission.
Just looking to control now, good back position. She's trying to get that hand underneath the throat.
It's on the jaw at the moment. If Sophie can tough this out, she's going to be okay. She needs to go 2-on-1 on the wrist. She shouldn't be pushing the elbow here. Should be pulling the wrist down. Jones is going to snake that underneath, and there's the submission.
Big win there from Michelle Jones. Over the very tough Sophie O'Brien. Lovely fight.
And you can see the emotion on Michelle Jones's face. This is such a big deal to her. Michelle Jones is your amateur bantamweight champion here at Golden Ticket Fight Promotions.
And she is pumped about it.
As far as she wants to. But Michelle Jones tonight with a consummately professional performance, veteran, tried and true, and she pulls out a fantastic submission victory. What a fight.
For the
After
bantamweight
2
title.
minutes and 29 seconds of the third round, we have your winner via rear naked choke. And now, golden ticket, amateur women's bantamweight champion, Michelle P. Bear Jones. And please make some noise for your runner-up, Sophie O'Brien.
I'm here with your new bantamweight champion, Michelle Jones. Michelle, Sophie is a tough opponent. What did you have to prepare for, knowing you were going to face her?
A really all-rounded girl, but the kicks, obviously I saw her on the previous knockdown her out. You've got to have nothing but respect for the person that stands the other side of the cage from you. But everything is in the preparation. And when you got a team round you like I have, this to me means everything, everything.
You had a few more fights experience. Do you think that was one of the big tells here? There was something that she seemed to do that you panicked about. Did your experience make the difference?
Experience does make a difference. But don't take the fact that that girl has a smaller record than me, that she is more than able to battle with anybody in this cage. I respect her regardless of any record that she comes in with. Don't ever underestimate who you face.
One last question. We're coming in November. Are you going to be defending?
We shall certainly have a good look. What'd you say, Walls?
Give it up for your new bantamweight champion, please.